Hey y'all, what's up? Chad Wright coming at you once again on the channel. Team Righteous. Ringer 57's back there. And we got DragonFly back on the dyno here. So, same day as what it was in the last video that you saw, where we had the Wraith on there, show the dyno numbers, show the horsepower numbers. So, if you didn't see the horsepower numbers of the Wraith, I'm gonna put that there, I don't know, somewhere. I'm gonna put it in there so you can go back and see that last video where we had the Wraith on the dyno. But anyways, we got DragonFly on the dyno now. So DragonFly was tuned previously on a Power Commander. So I had a Power Commander for tuning the fuel, had a Power Commander for tuning the timing, and now I also had the quick shifter on there. So now we're truly, it's a true foot shift. Yeah,
for the next freaking dyno pull.
Yeah, for the next couple of hours. But it's there. Anyway, so now we've got the Woolwich software. So we're going to tune the bike through the ECU and go from there, and we'll see how far it's off. So immediately we're just running the base numbers that was in the ECU. Yes. So right now it's got a stock tuning in it, right?
Yeah, the ECU is a stock ECU with the speed limiter removed. That is all that's been done to it. And we're running on 440 pound per hour, 440 cc injectors, so it's 40 pounds per hour on ethanol. So it shouldn't be too far off. Just stepping to these injectors and going straight to alcohol should make up for the percentage difference of fuel we're adding.
Right.
So we already know it runs, we started it. Now we're gonna see how much power we lost losing the fine tuning.
Right, and so...
And we don't have any ignition timing added to it.
Currently, we made 172 horsepower.
109 foot-pounds.
172 horsepower, 109 foot-pounds of torque with the Power Commander on there, and the Power Commander adding timing as well. We have two different boxes. There's a timing advanced box as well. So we had that on there and the Power Commander, and was able to get 172 horsepower and 109 foot-pounds of torque. So now we're going to see where our baseline numbers are here, and we're going to tune it through the ECU, so it gets rid of all that extra hunk of clunk of stuff that was there, all up under there. Plus the Wago too. We got to get it. We'll get it back on, but it'll be back there. But it'll be all things here now, and get rid of that. Anyways, we're fixing to get this thing here up here and get it running. All right, y'all. So we got the Power Command, all that stuff in there off, and we're fixing to make our first pull. Gain horsepower.
Who'd have known that a Power Commander can hurt you? So taking the Power Commander off, we are up 9 horsepower, and the tune is not right. Look at that torque curve. Right at about the same torque, because we were 106 before, but it comes in early.
Yeah?
Okay, we gained horsepower.
Now we can get the Wago hooked up and see what the hell's going on.
Right? I'm curious. Well, that ain't bad at all. That leaves a lot of room for improvement.
We like this.
It should be rich, which this bike always liked being rich. And we are on E83 versus E90.
Right, but we made the pull the other day on the same fuel, right?
Yeah, same exact can.
So, there you go. Anyways, we're going to see if we can figure out, see if there's any more to gain right here, just right now, and we'll be back at you. looking on everything, air fuel ratio and stuff?
So right now we're still trying to get the calibration right on our air fuel on the dyno. He sent me a calibration, it was incorrect. I sent him the information for the calibration, so we should get that right. So right now we're running my onboard Wago. It's the same wideband we use on the dyno, just onboard on this bike. So we were trying to figure out how we made more power. Magic Mike had targeted a 12.5, he said it liked that. But this on a stock ECU with these injectors conveniently landed here. That it's at 13.2, 13.3 from about 8,000, about 9,000 up. And it gained 10 horsepower going to that. So that's half a point of air fuel, more than half a point, almost 3/4 of a point air fuel leaner, and it likes it. And we've got timing out of it. So there's more potential even to be gained. It is really rich down low. I mean, we're talking 10.0, 10.5, about as rich as this wideband will go is 10.0 to 20.0. So there's trimming to be done down here, and that was done in the Power Commander. But up here, he hadn't done much but add a little bit of fuel, and I don't know why, because it gained. So we'll go ahead and we'll trim up a little bit through here. There's a dip here we got to get.
Yeah, and our biggest issue that day was too, so we still had to go to class too. So
right, he was in a little bit of a rush.
Yeah.
Plus, Gen 1 on E85, that's something new to him. They hadn't really done it. They'd done Gixxers, and what else did they do? An R1, I think, on an E85.
Right.
But E85 isn't his forte. He does race fuels. So it's pretty happy, actually. I could probably run pretty decent. It'd be really shitty down low. It'd be a dead dog until,
right,
7,000 RPM. Which would be fine with me leaving the way I leave, but...
Right.
Yep, we got to go through and do some trimming down here. I'll use this data and take the ECU home with me, and I'll do some trimming down here and come back with it. Hopefully we have a wideband by then. This video is getting really drug out.
Right.
So it's been like a week-long video.
Yeah. So where we're at right now, though, is now we're going to tune it to the ECU. So we're going to hook up to it with the bench harness here, go in through Woolwich, and be able to tune the ECU and have it spot on perfect. But yeah, you can see right here, and it's a little jumpy or whatever. It spun on the dyno a little bit as it was making the pull, but it still shows you the numbers and where it's picked up at.
Yeah, I mean, 180.1, and this is on a run I aborted because it had a hiccup and I thought it shut the motor off. So 180 ain't bad. That's still 8 horsepower over what we made on our baseline with the Power Commander. And the torque, ignoring these waves because they're just fault signals, 106, 106.4. So that's right where it was before for torque. So all we're gaining is horsepower. We haven't picked up any real torque. Down low, it's got torque out the wazoo though.
Right, and that's where it's really fat at too.
Yeah.
So it's got more that you can gain down there.
Yeah, it likes it down here. Shoot, we're almost 90 foot-pounds of torque and 90 horsepower at the crossover. That's saying something.
And that's more than what it was. It was 87 on that first pull we made.
Yeah, and it was like 72 on the first hits.
Yeah.
So there's power to be gained down here. It almost likes it rich. Except for here, there's a big old dip. I'll level that out, bring it out smoother. But yeah, it's pretty happy. But it is a short breath motor. It starts losing it. 10,000, it starts losing.
Right. So anyways, we'll be back with more video later probably, once we get this thing right here dialed in the rest of the way. And it's probably another day because we're kind of running out of
daylight
here coming. And we got we still gotta get this dyno so we can read the air fuel ratio. But luckily we got the Wago. It does read air fuel, it's just not reading it correctly. So it's part of getting this thing set up. We thought we had it, but anyways, appreciate all y'all. Y'all have a good one. All right, y'all, we're back here with DragonFly. We had to take a break the other night, started getting kind of late, and we went in to tune through the Woolwich software, tuning through the ECU. And so where are you thinking you are so far? We're just going to see where it's at.
Yeah, I went home with it. I made some large chunk cuts and trims where I knew it was pig rich, and hopefully that squared up, and I brought the ignition timing up to match what I used to run. So hopefully we're going to be making decent power and not have too much to trim here, but we might have a little bit more fuel to trim out of it. We are logging through the Wago. as we're still waiting for a calibration to get emailed back to us for our onboard.
Right.
But it's no big deal to be able to pull that. So.
All right, so here we go. We're going to make some pulls of this thing here, and we'll see where it's at. All right, y'all, so let's see where this thing right here is at. So in the last videos y'all saw too, was trying to show it on the TV. Knew you wouldn't be able to see it, kind of blurred it out. For those of y'all that missed it though, it made 202. I know you couldn't see it in the video, but that's what it made.
180, it's a little warmer than it was.
Yeah, 180.8, so right at 181. Yeah, so it's about where it was just when we pulled it off of the Power Commander the other day. So now we're gonna go in here and check our air fuel ratios and see where it's at and see if we can get a little bit more out of this thing. All right, y'all, so we made our corrections and we're fixing to make pull number 2. I'm gonna let y'all hear this alien here talk to you. As y'all can see, had the engine shutting off on us a couple different times and we kept blowing fuses. Well, we had, what'd you call it, a dead short?
So the main power for everything comes off the solenoid through a 30 amp fuse. It was rubbing on my tiger tail, and when we hit a certain RPM, everything vibrated just right that it would short it out and blow the fuse.
So we found the short and we got it fixed so it can't ground out no more. And now we're gonna make some more pulls and see finally if our changes we made will work this time.
Right.
So we're back. Got the tune dialed in on DragonFly here now on motor, and so now we have found there's a wire that you can disconnect from the ECU and it switches to a different map. So with that right there, we're going to be able to have a nitrous map that is tuned in for the nitrous. That way you don't have to take the ECU out and reflash it for that, or have a Power Commander or anything like that with there. So we're going to do that test now and see how well it works on tuning the nitrous. So we don't have very much nitrous, probably gonna get to make maybe just one nitrous pull just to see where it's at. But but we're gonna let y'all see the nitrous pull here. Maybe it'll throw a little bit more flames than what it normally does on motor. So here we go.
Second graph.
Yeah, but we should have our air fuel ratios, so that's what we're after here, and we'll go from there.
We can tell you what it made. It made 222 horsepower on the first rip, but then we closed the graph and we didn't save it. So
yep,
this one's all crazy squiggly lines. Makes no sense.
But anyways, we're just gonna keep playing with it. Maybe we can get one more hit out of it here in a minute. Turn it up a little bit more. Well, good news. We know what we're doing, sort of.
We were able to recover the power numbers from the last pull. The graph screwed up, but the live data did save, and we can replay live data. So we can show you on here. We can't show you a graph because for some reason it calculated the graph out weird and it went berserk. But the live data is accurate and smooth. So in the end, at 9,980 RPM, we made 231.8 horsepower and 159 foot-pounds of torque. It's pretty good numbers for a stock motor Gen 1. It does have some little tweaks to add some strength, springs, etc. Y'all know the drill when it comes to a Gen 1 where their weak points are.
Right.
Now I just got to wire up the map switch so that when I arm the nitrous, it kicks over to that fuel map. Right now it's stuck on that fuel map, and we will be ready to rock. We do have to do a retune on this after I refresh the motor and make some more changes I'm gonna make this fall.
Right. But for those of y'all that are wondering though, that you have a Gen 1 and you think, oh, we only got one map in there or whatever. But contraire, we got two maps. So we can do a pump gas tune and an MR12 tune, or you can do an all motor tune on whatever fuel you want to run it on all the time, whether it be pump gas, race gas, or whatever. And then we can have it tuned also for nitrous, so we can put a nitrous map in there if you want to do it that way. But anyway, on a Gen 1, you do have two maps already in the ECU, and we can tune both of those for you. So generally, you're going to have the single map tune, which is $275, and then you have the second map we can tune for an extra $100.
Yep. And we can really play the game with the Gen 2s. You have 6 maps in your ECU. We can do this switch and ABC mode. So that'd be 6 maps if you really want to go crazy with it. I don't know who would need 6 maps, but you never know. Any guy that's out there's got like bikes that do like road course racing and stuff like that there, they change altitudes a lot and stuff like that there. You're really going to want something like that there to be able to add a little bit more fuel whenever you go somewhere with a lower altitude, or if you go somewhere with a higher altitude, you need to pull fuel out. Yeah, even mid-race you can click modes.
Right. So anyways, appreciate all of y'all for watching the video here. Like, subscribe, share. Drop down in the comments below what kind of bike you got, and if you're looking to get your bike tuned, you can hit us up. Currently, we haven't went live on our webpage yet. It is there, but there's nothing that you can do once you go on there yet. But you can hit us up on Facebook at 57 Motorsports LLP, or you can hit me up, Chad Wright, on Facebook, and we can get you lined up to get you an appointment scheduled for a dyno session. Anyways, appreciate all y'all. Have a good one.
But keep in mind, that was the smallest nitrous shot I have. So I'm never here to compete. I'm only here to dominate.
That's right.